Yo, what up, niggas? It's your boy Philco here. Making a video today about something I noticed about rappers. But not just any rappers. Maybe I could say has-been rappers or used to be really famous rappers. These are some things that usually happen with them. These are things they usually do or they usually say. Well, for the first thing I want to start out with is a lot of used to be rappers become very religious once they fall off. A lot of them become very religious. You got Sean, you had Mason Betha. A lot of these guys become extremely religious once they fall off and they're not popular anymore. Well, one reason I think they become so real religious, there's actually two reasons. One, it could be because they're natural hustlers. You know, when you're a rapper, you're good at making money without having a real job. You're a natural hustler. That's one. And when you're being whatever it's called, priest, whatever the hell, you know, when you're being one of those guys who lead the church, you're kind of a hustler too, not trying to offend anybody, but you're a hustler as well. When you're a preacher and stuff, you're a hustler. You got to get that money. You know, you have a lot of women, you get a lot of money, you have a nice car, and everyone, you're kind of pimping, you're not pimping them out for sex, but you're pimping out their emotions. That's what you're doing. You know, you're taking advantage of their emotions, and I guess in some cases, lack of intelligence or lack of using the intelligence they have, you make that money. So a lot of them become hustlers, and it's a way for them to cope with not having that lifestyle anymore, for not having all that money, you know, and it's a good excuse, like, you know, I don't need all that anymore, I have God now, you know, God's in my life, I'm a God man, I fear no one but God, all I need is God. That's one thing a lot of them do. They start doing the whole I need God thing, that's all I need, blah, 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 because they don't have what they used to have. But when they had it, it was, yeah, all I need is my Lambo, my BMW, my Bentley, whatever. That's all they needed, and they're bubbly and all that stuff. But soon they run out of that. All they need is God, because that's kind of all they have left in their eyes. Of course, they have more, but since they're not where they used to be, they can't cope with it. A lot of them just say, God is all I need. It's really funny. Another thing a lot of them do, Onyx did it. They leave the country and live somewhere else where they're going to be famous forever. For example, Onyx, they're here in Russia. Onyx came here in Russia, and I don't think they've left yet. You know, this is their home. Maybe they travel outside of it sometimes, yeah, but Russia is Onyx home, because everywhere I go, everyone tells me, Onyx was here, blah, blah, blah. Did you run into them? So, like, people they're trying their best to get me to meet Onyx, because every city I go to, there's someone who mentions, Onyx was here, Onyx this and that. DMX did a show in Voronezh, in a small bar in Voronezh. It wasn't small, I say medium-sized bar in Voronezh. He's fucking up. He's fucking up. If he's doing places and if he's doing shows and shit at venues that I do, he's fucking up. Same thing with Ja Rule. Ja Rule, he's fucking up. My first thing I ever did was it was in St. Petersburg, my first show. Like, my first show, it wasn't a class at all. I was on a stage, had a microphone, I was just talking to people because I just came to Russia and they were so happy to see me, so I didn't have to write anything down, it was just me talking. Right before that, you know who did it? It was Ja Rule. So it looked like this. This dude, then Ja Rule, then Filochko. Come on, Ja. You fucking up in the game. So they have to go where... Now, I'm not trying to hate on them or make fun of them, but this is just dead ass. The same manager Ja Rule had in that city, I had, and I performed right after him, like a week later. It's like every week there's someone new, and I was there that week. So from Ja Rule to me, in St. Petersburg, Russia. Very interesting. Falling off, you know what I mean? Another thing they do when they fall off is that they claim that they're just keeping it real. You know what I mean? So let's say if they don't go to the whole God thing, a lot of them keep it real. So you'd be like, you run into someone who, you know, used to have that kind of money, something, and you'd be like, oh, interview, so you don't have security or nothing? They won't be honest. They won't say, oh, you know, I don't have the money for that kind of security stuff anymore. No, they're going to say, I don't need no fucking security. I'm a real nigga. I got this. I'm a real nigga. I don't need no fucking security. But when they were big, they had security. They had all that security in the world. You know what I mean? They had all that security. But now that they don't have money, they don't have security, but they're just keeping it real. So why didn't you keep it real when you had money? Oh, I see what you're basically saying. Keeping it real means you can't afford it. Got it. All right, so that's keeping it real. You know, they got their kids in public school and stuff now. My kids don't need to go to no fucking private school. Keeping it real. When you know goddamn well you'd rather have them in a private school. But you just can't afford it. It's right to say it. You can't afford it. You're not keeping it real. You just can't afford it. Another thing they tend to do is when they come out, a lot of them become nicer. once they fall off, to other rappers they used to have problems with, especially if the other rappers are still big. It's like when Ja Rule fell off. I don't know if you guys saw the interview on Hot 97, but him and Irv Gotti they're being so nice talking about 50 Cent. Oh yeah, you know, this and that, this and that. 50 Cent, you know, he's cool, you know, we don't have problems with him, blah, 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 blah. Maybe even in hopes of getting signed by 50 Cent or something. Same thing with, who else did it? It was the guy, Benzino. The one who had a problem with Eminem, just hating on Eminem so fucking much. You know, he basically falls off. You know, he has this little reality TV show he's on, but it's not compared to Eminem. And this dude has been apologizing to Eminem for years, trying to get on his good side. You know what I mean? Maybe he is now. I'm not too up with that, but I'm saying, you know, whether it's you falling off or one of your rivals getting real big and just staying that way, they end up just being, all right, he wins, I'm sorry. They become much nicer after they fall off. You know what I mean? And that's basically it. I just wanted to speak on how they behave when they fall off. You know, a lot of people can't take falling off. Sometimes I think about, what if I fall off? You know, what if I get a 9 to 5? You know, what if one day no one's paying me to travel, no one's watching videos, and I have to work at Starbucks or something? How am I going to react? Well, as long as I'm able to live somewhere, this is honestly how I feel. As long as I'm able to live somewhere, you know, be in a place that I'm not uncomfortable in, you know, live in a place I'm comfortable with, I can afford it, and hopefully by then I have a wife, because once the popularity goes, and I don't have a wife, oh God, finding somebody's going to be really hard. But, no, actually that's not true. I don't know why I think that. I might make a video about that. I don't know why I think it would be really hard for me to find a girl if I wasn't popular, because the way things were before I was popular was absolutely fine. And anybody who knows me knows that, especially the girls in Russia who knew me before YouTube. They all know me before YouTube. So that's why when they hear people say something like, oh, Filosko think he's cool because of these videos and he's blah, 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 he's taking advantage of girls because he has these videos, and any of those girls will tell you, you fucking stupid. If anything, he was worse before he was doing videos, and anyone knows that. I don't know how many other dudes had 8 girls, Russian girls, and Ukrainian living in their apartment. I don't know how many had that in the house. Sorry, not apartment, fucking house. I had a house, knuckle. Now my father let me control the upstairs with 4.5 bedrooms. So this is way before YouTube. So other than that, like if I fall off, I think and I have videos of those times. I'm sorry, uploading videos of those times. They're pretty funny. And so if I fall off, I honestly think I'll be able to accept it. As long as I have a loved one in my life, you know, I'll be able to accept it. But if I'm single and I'm paying all the bills by myself and, you know, I'm working, got a regular job, it may hurt me. You know, it may hurt me, considering that I had to go out on Friday nights in New York somewhere with all these dudes around, trying to meet a girl and stuff. Oh, God. But trust me, I really don't think I'm going to have to go through that. I don't want to go too deep into that. But that's basically it. If you notice anything else rappers do when they fall off, let me know. And of course, they do start talking shit about the people who, like for instance, Jay-Z, like apparently he fucked over a lot of people. Beanie Siegel, Memphis Bleak, apparently he fucked over a lot of these people. And what did they do once they fell off because Jay-Z stopped fucking with them? They start snitching on this dude. They start saying all the bad shit he was doing. They start talking shit. That's another thing they do when they fall off. They start talking shit to the people who used to look out for them. Instead of being happy that these people did all this stuff for you, they start talking shit. For example, when I first started, the first company on VK to basically give me anything to advertise my videos was a company called Begin English. That's how I started. Begin English, they put me on. I can't even deny it to this day. They put me on hard body. Like when I first made a video, I sent it to them. I started a new trend, a new way to make money on VK. I was like, sign me to your group. There was nobody doing that in all of the Russian social network. I was the first one to say, hey, take your company, your advertising company, sign me. And what I mean by sign me is advertise my videos for free as long as I advertise your company. So what would happen is I make a video about English. They will put their logo there, Begin English, and show it. So as it spreads, we will both get followers from that. You understand what I mean? So my videos, like what they usually do is serious stuff. My videos were funny. So I was the first person to get signed, like to a group on VK, and I couldn't work for any other groups as long as I was with them. I was the first one to start that shit. Now other people are starting to do it. So I was with them for a while. But for some reason as time went on, like I was sending them a video and they won't post it. And the owner stopped responding to me. And I was like, what the fuck happened? It's like after maybe 7 months of constant work, he just kind of stopped. And plus, you know, like he never really spoke to me. You know, he's like, where's the video? Like he never wanted to chit chat. He never tried to help me get work in Russia, nothing. He just wanted the videos. He just wanted videos. That's it, you know? And so basically I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just go. So I left. And now I'm still with the same company a year and 4 months later, called English is Fun. They have just as much people and even more on Facebook. We have about 2 million on VK and about 3 million on Facebook. A lot of people watch my videos and stuff, you know. And what sucks is the millions of views or thousands of views on VK don't count towards YouTube, but still, you know, it helps me when I travel around Russia. I get to see them. So now I'm with these people. But even though I'm with these people, if I ever do an interview, I'm not going to say anything like, yo, fuck beginning English, because, you know, they started to ignore me near the end. Now I'm like, you know, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Begin English and English is Fun. You know, Begin English, they put me on. They're the ones who put me on. Even though they screwed me over in the end, they stopped, without even telling me they didn't want to work with me anymore, they just stopped. But still, you know, they put me on. I'll always be gracious for that, because if it weren't for them, I wouldn't be here, because no one wouldn't know who Filochko is. When I first released videos by myself, no one was watching. I probably got 500 views. I probably get like 500 views a month on the whole channel, not just a video, just a channel. But as soon as I got with them, every video instantly was at least 3,000 a day. Every single video. And it's that easy. I didn't have to start out like everyone else, just building an audience. I had a company building an audience for me. You know what I mean? So I will always be grateful to them, always. I can't talk shit, I'll always be grateful. And that's basically it. That's what rappers do. Let me know what y'all think. And I'm out. Later.